Hey guys, thought I would do a video on Inside Pitch Baseball PC. I am replaying the 1977 season, and we are on June 17th. The California Angels will be taking on the Milwaukee Brewers at County Stadium, and the Angels come in with a 33-25 record. The Brewers are struggling at 27-36. So I thought I would do another video on this, so let's get it going. The starting lineup for the Angels, leading off and DHing is Don Baylor. Batting second and playing second base is Jerry Remy. Batting third and playing left field is Joe Rudi. Batting fourth and playing first base is Tony Saleta. Batting fifth and playing right field is Bobby Bonds, Barry's father. Batting sixth and playing shortstop is Mario Guerrero. Batting seventh and playing third base is Ron Jackson. Batting eighth and playing center field is Rusty Torres. And batting ninth, the catcher, Terry Humphrey. On the mound for the Milwaukee Brewers is Larry Sorensen. He is 0-2 with a 1.26 ERA. You can see he's only pitched 14 in the third innings. He was a call-up a couple of weeks ago, so this will be his third start. And we are ready to begin. So heading into the batter's box is Don Baylor. He's batting .288 with 10 home runs, 31 runs batted in. And the roll is a 3-6. And that could be a home run. And I believe it's going to be, because that's a low number of 2. And he gets right-handed pitching. It's 1-17. So Don Baylor leads off with a home run. And the Angels take a quick 1-0 lead. Here's Jerry Remy batting .268, no homers, 22 runs batted in, 10 stolen bases. Baseball fans know that he is now the color commentator for the Boston Red Sox. Okay, so now we roll 6-1. Against the lefty is going to be a blank. If it was a righty, it would be an automatic out, but it is against the lefty. So now we roll on Jerry Remy. And a 6-6 is going to be a simple ground ball to Cecil Cooper. And there's one away. Joe Rudi will bat. He's batting .238, 15 homers, 42 runs batted in. You can see he's already hit 2 more homers in the replay than he did in real life. And he only has 6 games remaining. And he is done for the season. So it's 4 and a 3. He's a righty, so it's going to be a blank. If it was a lefty, it would be a W+, which is a walk, and you would add, against a right-hander, 10. So that would be a 20. That would be an automatic walk. But it's a blank. 2-2 is going to be an automatic out, and that's going to be a ground ball to Don Money. 2-way. Here's Tony Saleta. Batting .304 with 6 homers and 20 runs batted in. We have a 5-6, and that is a County Stadium roll. So the card changes to County Stadium. It's a 4 and a 2, and Saleta flies out to Wolford in left. The inning's over. The Angels get a run on a hit. The Don Baylor leadoff home run. We go to the bottom of the first. It's 1-0. Lineup for the Milwaukee Brewers, leading off and playing shortstop. He was a rookie in 1977. Hall of Famer Robin Yount. Batting second, the second baseman, Don Money. Batting third, the right fielder, Sixto Lezcano. Batting fourth, the third baseman, Sal Bando. Batting fifth, the first baseman, Cecil Cooper. Batting sixth and DHing is Ken McMullen. Batting seventh, the center fielder, is Steve Bry. Batting eighth and playing left field, Jim Wolford. And batting ninth, the catcher, is Charlie Moore. On the mound for the Angels is Ken Brett, who came over in a trade from the Chicago White Sox. Brett is 5-6 with a 4.14 earned run average. And I believe this is his first start. First or second start with the Angels. I'll have to take a look. So Ken Brett is on the mound. Robin Yount steps in. And it's a 2-5, and that is a possible strikeout. But the 10 is just out of the range of 1 through 9. And if you could see, County Stadium actually helped Robin Yount because it subtracted 1. That would have been a 10. So there's how the ballpark comes into play sometimes. 3-6 is going to be a base hit. Strategy roll is a 20, so we have a pickoff attempt. 1 to 2 is a balk, 3 to 11 is a pickoff. And we click on pickoff, and the 20-sided die will roll. It is a 10, and Robin Yount gets picked off first. Don Money will bat, batting .279 with 8 homers, 26 runs batted in. It's 2-2. That's a base hit only if the pitcher's tired. He still has 27 batters until he's tired. And a 5-6 is an automatic out. We have a star here, and then you just go over to 3. So you click on that, and there it is. Fly ball to Bonds, 2 outs. Sixto Lezcano, batting just .197, 9 homers, 28 runs batted in. He's batting 76 points below his season average, so struggling in the replay. 6-1 is a possible home run. But the 14 is just out of range for Ken Brett. He gave up home runs to right-handed batters, but 1 to 13 is his range. So the 14 is out of the range, so now we roll. That would have been a home run if this was a 13 or lower. It is a 1-1, and against the lefty, Lezcano is going to get a base hit. So that'll bring up Sal Bando, and he's batting .228 with 4 homers and 26 runs batted in. 3-1 is a possible error. 2 and a 4 is a question mark, and that is a 12. And the 12 on the card here, facing the lefty with the question mark, here's your ratings, your range. So the 12 falls to within 10 to 17, so we know it's a double. So now we have to see the 8 is the position of the fielder, so that's Torres. If it is a 1, 2, or 3, that is going to be a double, and then Bando will advance to third on the error. It's a 19, so it's just a double. But the green here, he's got a base running rating of 5. If the roll is less than or equal to the base running rating, then the runner advances. Well, 5 is higher than 3. So Lezcano scores, and the Brewers have tied the game at 1. And that'll bring up Cecil Cooper, batting .243 with 4 homers, 28 runs batted in. Not hitting many home runs. 2-2 is a blank. Cooper is a 5-2. That's going to be an automatic out. That's a fly ball to Torres to end the inning. We've played 1. It is the Angels 1 and the Brewers 1. All right, top of the second, Bobby Bonds will lead things off, batting .277 with 18 homers and 55 runs batted in. Sorensen delivers. It's a 1-4, and the 10 is within the 12, 1 to 12, so Bobby Bonds strikes out. Here's Mario Guerrero batting .250 with no homers and an RBI, only 24 at-bats so far. It's a 4-1. That's a wild pitch, but there's nobody on base, so we roll again. It's a 3-2. And a 2-5 is an automatic out. It's a ground ball to Money for 2 outs. Here's Ron Jackson batting .269 with 3 homers, 9 RBIs, and his 78 at-bats. It's a 1-6, possible error on the ground. If the ball is hit to the outfield, there's no error check. It's a 4-6. That is going to be a *3, which is a grounder to short. 1 through 9 will be an error. It is a 1. So, yeah, makes the error. It is a 1-base error. He boots the ball. So Jackson is on at first, and here is Rusty Torres batting .391 with 2 homers and 4 runs batted in. 1-1 is a blank. And 4-5 is an automatic out, and that is going to be a grounder to Money to end the inning. Sorry, guys, I have a frog in my throat. I think it's allergies. All right, so Ken McMullen will lead things off bottom of the second. He's batting .228 with 4 homers, 10 RBIs. Brett delivers. It's a 6-3, which is a blank. and a 1-6, which is another automatic out, so that's a fly ball to Rudy, 1 away. Here's Steve Bry, batting .227 with 5 homers and 12 runs batted in. 5-4 is going to be a range play, so we're going to check the ranges, the outside numbers here. The number on the other side, on the right-hand side, is their throw rating. 6 and a 5. Now, it says base hit to center, but if it's a 1, 2, or a 3 on the roll, Torres will make the catch. It's a 6, so it does drop in for a base hit. So Bry is on board for Jim Wolford, batting .200 with a homer and 14 runs batted in. 6-6 will be a range play at County Stadium, so the card changes. 1-1 is a fly ball to right. If it's within 1 through 4, I knew I was going to do that. Bobby Bonds makes the play. It is a 4, which took away a double. So he does make the play. 2 outs. That's how range play is put in this game, or factored in. Charlie Moore batting .269 with a homer and 24 runs batted in. Now with 2 outs, it's a 5-1. So we go back to County Stadium. It's a 4-5, and a blank is a rare play. So we click on that. And a storm front passes through. Is this game being played outdoors? It is, but I don't do that. I just say no. And then it says roll again for the batter, or click for another rare play. We'll roll again for the batter. So this is a 5 and a 4, and that is a base hit. And you can see 3 through 6 goes from first to third. He's a 3. So he advances. Bry will go to third, and now the Brewers have runners at first and third. What that Stormfront thing does is, if you click yes, and I have before, basically it says the starting pitchers have to come out because there was like a 2-hour rain delay. I mean, it's a cool feature, but for this replay, I won't do it. Robin Yount, batting .301 with 2 homers and 20 RBIs in his rookie season. So he's got a chance to drive in Bry with 2 outs. It is a 3-2. 12 is above the 9, so it's not a strikeout. 2 and a 4 is a base hit to right. And that's going to score the run, and the Brewers take a 2-1 lead, and Charlie Moore goes to third because you get a +2. So that added up now to 6, and 6 is above the 5. So now it's still runners at the corners for Don Money. It's a 5-1. We go back to County Stadium. And a 1-3 will be a ground out to Guerrero to end the inning, but the Brewers, with 2 runs on 6 hits through 2 innings, and they lead 2-1. Terry Humphrey will lead things off, batting .207, a homer, 9 runs batted in, 70 points below his real 1977 season. 3-6, possible home run. The 6 is above the 2. He didn't hit many homers. It's a 2 and a 2, but it is a base hit. Don Baylor. It's a 3-3. Not a strikeout. 6-2 is going to be an automatic out, and it could be a double play. Grounder to Money, and it is. The 2 falls between the 1 through 4, ground into double play. And quickly now there are 2 outs. And here's Jerry Remy. 5-1 is a strikeout. So we go to the bottom of the third. Sixto Lezcano, 1 for 1 with a run scored. 3 and a 2. Wow. Does not strike out. High roll. 2-5 is an automatic out. He grounds to Remy for 1 out. Sal Bando. 2 and a 5. Sal strikes out. Cecil Cooper, 6 and a 6. We go back to County Stadium in a range play, and it is a 4-4. That's a question mark 9. So it's going to be to right field. 1 through 4, Bonds will make the play. It is a 19, so it's going to be a fly ball. Now we're going to see if he makes the play. He does not. It's a 5, and the 5 roll here on the 1d6 is a double. So a 2-out double for Cecil Cooper, and that'll bring up Ken McMullen. Ken Brett getting knocked around a little bit, but has only given up 2 runs. 3 and a 5, another County Stadium roll. 2 and a 5 will be, though, a fly ball to Rudy to end the inning. So although Brett's given up 7 hits, the score is only 2-1. Top of the 4th for Joe Rudy. It's a 5-3, and we're going back to County Stadium. It's another range play. 2 and a 3, and here we have a rare play. Let's see what this one is. Inside pitch possibly hits the batter. Resolve like a hit by pitch. Joe Rudy is hit by the pitch. And that's it. So there you go. It's a hit by pitch. Wow. The batter charges the mound, causing a bench-clearing brawl. Mario Guerrero of 1977 California and Cecil Cooper of Milwaukee have been ejected from the game. So now we have to replace 2 players, Mario Guerrero and Cecil Cooper. So Cooper plays first, and Mike Hegan is going to have to come in. So there you go. There's your rare play. And now we have to replace the shortstop, Guerrero. And we will do that with Rance Mullinix. So a bench-clearing brawl. There you go. So now Rudy's at first. Hegan is now the first baseman. And Rance Mullinix is the shortstop. So we had a brawl. 2-1 is not a strikeout. 4-4 is a ground ball to the pitcher. Let's see if this is a double play. And it is. So that's a 1-6-3 double play. 2 outs for Bobby Bonds. 5 and a 4. He strikes out again. So we go to the bottom of the 4th. 2-1 Brewers. We've already had ejections and a brawl. After, I think it was Rudy. Yep, Joe Rudy that got hit by the pitch. So let's see if Ken Brett can have an easier time here. Steve Bry will lead things off. It's 2-6, and that is not a hit by pitch. Or else we may have had more bench clearing brawls. 4-6 is an automatic out. That's a fly ball to Torres, 1 away. Jim Wolford. It's a 4 and a 5 against a righty, so that's a blank. 6 and a 2 is a grounder to Mullinix, who gets into the game and makes the play. Here's Charlie Moore. It's a 3-1. Possible error. 1-6 is a question mark. That's a 3, so that's a single to center. 1 through 3 is an error also. It's not an error, so it's just a base hit. And here's Robin Yount. 2 for 2. 6 and a 5. Not a strikeout. 6 and a 4 will just be a ground ball once again to Mullinix to end the inning. So we go to the 5th, 2-1. Sorensen has 15 more batters before he's tired, and his pull rating is at a 10, so he's in good shape. And here is Rance Mullinix, and he's getting his first at bat of the year. You see, he batted .269 with 3 homers, 21 runs batted in. 3 and a 5 is a blank. Mullinix card, 6 and a 3 is going to be a base hit past the pitcher. Mullinix is on. Here's Ron Jackson. It's 2 and a 4. That's not a strikeout. And another 2 and a 4. That's a line drive to Bando. We'll see if Mullinix gets doubled up. He does not. The strategy roll is a 1, so they want us to do a hit and run. So we click on hit and run. Rusty Torres with a 4 and a 3. He's a lefty, though, and that's going to be a walk, I believe. Well, it could be a walk, because you're going to add now 10 to this walk rating here, which is, they're both 6. So that's going to be a 16. So 1 through 16 is going to be a walk. So 4 and a 3. It is a 9. And there's the 16, so that is a walk. So now it's runners at first and second for the Angels, for Terry Humphrey. 6 and a 2, going back to County Stadium. 6-6 is going to be a base hit to right. And Mullinix is going to score. Torres is going to go to third, and the Angels have tied the game at 2. So now you see the pull rating is now 11 and 6. Because pull rating is hits, runs, walks, and I think that's it. Don Baylor now with 1 out. He could give the Angels the lead. 2 and a 4. He does not strike out. 5 and a 6 is a base hit past third. So Torres scores. Humphrey will stop at second because only a 6 would advance into third, and he was a 1. So the Angels now have the lead 3-2. Here's Jerry Remy. 3 and a 4 is a possible error. 6-3 is a single 1. Error range for Sorensen is 1 through 6. It does not make the error. It's a 16, and it could be a double play. It is not. Sorry, that was an infield hit. So now the bases are loaded. That was an infield hit. That wasn't an error check or a range check. Bases loaded. Infield. When you play the infield in, these ratings change. So you've got 3, you've got 2, 4, and 3. If you play infield in, it goes to 1, 0, 2, and 1. So it drops their range rating, obviously. We're not going to play. I think we're just going to play normal back. So Sorensen now walking the tightrope. It is a 5 and a 4. Not a strikeout. 2 and a 2 is an automatic out. It is a ground ball to Money. Let's see if they could turn 2. Will the defense try for the double play? Yes. 5 is outside 1 to 3. So Humphrey scores. Baylor goes to second. The force out is on Remy. Click here for the fielder's choice. And now you have runners at first and third. And there's the bat right here. Joe Rudy grounded to second. Humphrey scores. Baylor to third. Remy forced out at second. Joe Rudy on first with the fielder's choice. So Tony Saleta. And he will be at bat now. And it's 4-2. And a 3-1 is a blank. And a 5-6 is a question mark. And you can see here limited choices. 1 to 4 is a single, 5 to 12 is a double. This is a 16, so he flies out to Bry to end the inning. But the Angels pick up 3 runs on 4 hits. So Ken Brett has new life now. He has the lead. Don Money will lead off. He's 0 for 2. Brett is at 9 and 4. 2-6 could be a hit by pitch, and it is. I'm not going to play any ejections or anything like that. We'll let the rare play handle that. So Money's at first. Sixto Lascano's up. He's only batting 199. He's got home run power. He could tie the game, but the strategy roll says sacrifice, so we're going to do that. I don't always do what it says. It's a blank. Successful sacrifice bunt. Right here. Click on the green bunt. And the Brewers now have Money at second with 1 out for Sal Bando. It's a 5 and a 4. It's a range play. And a 1-1 is a single past Jackson, but if it's a 1 through 3, he makes the play. It's a 1. So that play is like he made a tremendous play at third. And Money has to stop. He has to hold. So a tremendous diving play by Ron Jackson. And there are 2 outs now for Mike Hegan. Let's see. Lefty, lefty. We don't have another first baseman. So he's going to have to bat. 6 and a 4 is another range play. 3 and a 5 is a fly ball to center. Bry is a very good center fielder. 1 through 5, he'll make the play. And he makes it. It's a 4. And that'll take care of the Brewers. 6th inning, 4-2. We'll let Sorensen try to pitch through the 6th. Bobby Bonds 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. It's a 5-4. Get out the hat trick. Throw the hats on the ice. Strikes out again. Rance Mullenix in for Mario Guerrero because of the brawl. 1-3, and a 2-6 is a fly ball to Bry. Would have been a double if it was a left-handed pitcher. Here's Ron Jackson. 5-3, range play at County Stadium. Had a lot of those today. That is a ground ball catcher. And a 5. 5 is his range. The 5 just makes it, and he makes the play. So Sorensen has a 1-2-3 inning. Here's Ken McMullen. It's a 1-1, no wild pitch. 3-4 is a leadoff walk. Steve Bry, 1-for-2. It says to sacrifice him over. Yep, I'll do that. 2-6 is another hit by pitch, but it is not a hit by pitch. So it's a successful bunt. Some of the rules I'm not too sure on myself. I let the computer take care of it. There is a board game for inside pitch. Okay, so Wolford is up now with a runner at second. And on the bench, right-handed batter is Larry Haney. We'll let Wolford hit. It's a 4-6, blank. 4-1-0 is a ground ball to the first baseman. Runner does advance on balls hit to first, second, or catcher, so McMullen goes to third, and it's going to take a 2-out single by Charlie Moore. He is 2-for-2. It's a 5-6, 3-2, and he does it. Base hit to right, and the Brewers pull to within 4-3. And now Ken Brett is one batter remaining until he's tired, and one pull. His pull rating is 1. Here's Robin Yount. 6-6 range play at County Stadium. 5-3 is a base hit to left, but Rudy's an excellent left fielder, so 1-5. He'll make the play, and it is a 1. That's a diving catch. Inning is over. We go to the 7th. It is 4-3 Angels. Rusty Torres will lead off. We're going to keep Sorensen in for right now. 3-4 is an error, possible error. 4-6 is a pop-up to second. No error. 1 out. Terry Humphrey. 2-2. And a 5-4 is an automatic out. That's a grounder to Yount. So Sorensen is settled in. Unfortunately, his team is behind. Here's Don Baylor, 2-for-3 with a homer, a run scored, and 2 runs batted in. And a 6-1 is a ground ball to money. Sorensen has a 1-2-3 inning. So we go to the bottom of the 7th, 4-3 Angels. Ken Brett, his day is done. 6 innings, 9 hits, 3 runs, all earned, a walk and a strikeout. And we are going to make a pitching change. And we've got righties coming up. And we are going to Dyer Miller. He came over from Baltimore. Dyer Miller is 5-0 with a 2.52 earned run average and 10 saves. So here's Don Money. Not much on the Brewers bench. 1-2, possible home run. It's going to be a home run. 2 is within 1-18, and Dyer Miller comes in and gives up the gopher ball, and Don Money homers to deep left field, and the Brewers have tied the game at 4. All right, so here's Sixto Lezcano. 6-2, possible error on the ground, and a 6-2 is a single pass short, and there is no error check since it is a base hit. Sal Bando now. Dyer Miller, pull rating down to a 1. Still has 7 batters before he's tired. 3-3 is not going to be a home run. 19 out of the range of 1 through 10. 6-3 is a fly ball to left. So Miller walked the tightrope on that one. Here's Hegan, who's in for Cecil Cooper. 1-1 is a range play. And a 1-3 is a grounder to first. Saleda 1 and a 2, he'll make the play. It's a 2, so he does make the play. It is not a double play. So Lascano does get forced. But Hegan is on at first. Here's Ken McMullen, 0 for 2, with a walk and a run. It's a 3-2, and he strikes out to end the inning. But the Brewers tie the game at 4. Sorensen is off the hook. He will not get a decision in this one. His day is done. Pitched 7 innings, gave up 6 hits, 4 runs, all earned, a walk and 4 strikeouts, so not too bad. We've got lefty, righty, left. We've just got all kinds. It really doesn't matter who you bring in, but we are going to bring in Eduardo Rodriguez. No, we're going to bring in Bill Castro. Castro will come in 4-3 with a 4.58 ERA and 5 saves. So Jerry Remy, Joe Rudy, and Tony Saleda for the 8th. It's a 6 and a 5. County Stadium roll. 1 and a 1 is a fly ball to Lascano, 1 out. Joe Rudy, 2 and a 3. It's not a walk. 6 and a 4 is a question mark 7. That's a 19, high number. So that's just a fly ball to Wolford. And a 3-1 is a blank on Saleda. 2-4 is a 2-out single. Here's Bobby Bonds, 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts, but he can hit a home run. First, though, the strategy wants you to try to pick off the runner. So 1 through 2 is a pickoff, 3 to 4 is a pickoff error. It's 12. So we roll. 3-2, range play at County Stadium. And a 3-2, uh-oh, it's a rare check, a rare play check. No, we don't want to rain out. 1-5 is a fly ball to left and the inning's over. Boy, inside pitch really wants it to rain. All right, so Dyer Miller, we'll keep him in. And he will face Bry, Wolford, and Moore. 2-3. It's not a strikeout. 3-3 is a grounder to short. Mullenix makes the play. 2-6 for Wolford. It's a 4-2. Remy makes the play. Charlie Moore. Not a hit by pitch. 3-5 is a liner right back to Miller, and the inning is over. We go to the 9th, 4-4. And let's see. Castro is a righty. Let's roll the dice with Sam Hines. 1-0 with a 4.07 earned run average. So here's Rance Mullenix. 6-3 is a blank. 2-2. That's not a good start for Hines. It's a base hit. And here's Ron Jackson. 3-3, possible error on a throw. 2-4 is a liner to Bando. So he's going to make the play. 1 through 7, though, is within his range, so it is an error. Basically, the ball is caught, so there is an out. Error only if runners are on first and less than 2 outs, so there is a runner at first with less than 2 outs. It is a throwing error trying to double off the runner, otherwise just a lineout. If no error, then double up closest base runner to position hit to, so it is an error. And what happens now is Jackson lines out, but Mullenix now goes to second because Bando tried to pick him off first, and the ball got away. So now there's a runner at second. With only one out. 1-3 for Torres. A 3-1 is a fly ball to center. Mullenix will not go anywhere. And Terry Humphrey is 2 for 3. But if you see here, Ike Hampton, they've got 2 other catchers, so we could pinch hit. You got Echebarren, and you've got Ike Hampton who batted 295. So we're going to take Humphrey out, even though he's got 2 hits. So Ike Hampton is now the pinch hitter. And he is batting 357 in the replay. See what happens. 4-2. You walked him. All right, so Don Baylor's the batter. Hines is going to come out, and we are going to put in Bob McClure. No, Eduardo Rodriguez. He's a starter and a reliever. 6-6, 4.77 earned run average. Pretty good strikeout to walk ratio. Let's see what he can do with Don Baylor. 4-5. Not a strikeout. 5 and a 6 is going to be a base hit. But the runners have to hold. Because only a 6 would get you to first through third. 5 to 6 would get you to second from home. So the bases now are loaded for Jerry Remy. Let's see what happens. 4-4 is a lefty, so it's not a walk. 4-1 is going to be a double. And that is going to clear the bases. Jerry Remy doubled to center field. Mullenix, Hampton, and Baylor all score. And the Angels take a 7-4 lead here in the ninth. 1-3. 6-1 is the final out of the inning. Do not need to make adjustments. We do have to put in, let's see, we'll put in Echebarren. So Echebarren is now the catcher. And now the Brewers need 3 runs here in the bottom of the ninth. And Dyer Miller will come out. And Dave LaRoche, their closer, will come in. LaRoche, 2-1 with a 1.67 earned run average and 12 saves. Top of the order, though, for the Brewers. It's a 6-5. The blank. 4-6 is a ground ball to Jackson for the first out. Don Money, 1 for 3 with a home run and an RBI. 3-6, possible error on the throw. 2-3, though, is a fly ball to Bonds. There's no error check, and there's 2 outs, and the Brewers are down to their final out. Here's Sixto Lezcano. It's a 3 and a 2. It's a range play. 6 and a 5 is a base hit to second, but if it's a 1, 2, or 3, Remy makes the play. It is a 2. Remy makes the play. And the ball game is over. The California Angels defeat the Milwaukee Brewers 7-4, and improve to 34-25. The Brewers dropped to 27-37. I hope you guys enjoyed this. It's a quick, fun game. It took longer because I'm taking the time to try to explain what's going on, but it's a quick game. I've played games in 20 to 25 minutes. Just kind of getting a rhythm. So that's it. The final score, once again, the Angels 7 and the Brewers 4. Thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe.